Hey, welcome back to another Raised by Wolves gaming episode, and today we're doing something a little different. It is the 10K subs video. First of all, really want to thank everybody for subscribing to our channel. Can't believe that this little channel made it up to 10,000 subs. Owe that to all of you, so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. And you can see here in the background, for those people who ask, do you ever PvE? Yeah, this is some clips that I have from my first Last Wish raid layer completion, or not raid layer, I guess it's just a raid, right? So yeah, from the first Last Wish completion that I did, I think we got the vault and the first section of Ribbon here, so enjoy that gameplay in the background if you like. If you want to see some of this, want to see me struggle through it, great. It's here for you. So in this video, just for fun, I wanted to give you a little background into the history of the making of the channel and kind of the journey thus far. Maybe talk a little bit about the channel stats, because I think there's some interesting stuff in there. Even talk about myself a little bit, and I might even slide in a face reveal in here somewhere, because a lot of people have been asking that over the years. So yeah, we might do that. Just pay attention. Maybe you'll see it. It's going to be quick, but it'll be in there. So way back in the day, before Destiny was even a thing, I didn't play a whole lot of first-person shooters. I dabbled here and there with, of course, Call of Duty and stuff like that, but never really got much into it and just couldn't be bothered. I was more into things like Dark Souls 2 and Diablo 3. God, I played a ton of Diablo 3. I had so much fun with that. In fact, the reason that I'm a Hunter main in Destiny is because I was a Demon Hunter main in Diablo 3. So that's what interested me just about Hunter. I was like, oh, a Hunter? I'm already a Hunter in this other game I like. I guess I'll be a Hunter. But I played Destiny 1 Vanilla on PS4. Kobe Jack, my son, and we got it on PS4. We played through the campaign. Neither of us were really into PvP all that much. So we played through the vanilla version. We were like, oh, that was fun. And then just kind of put it away. Never really did anything else with Destiny until Taken King. About a month or so after Taken King came out, we both had Xbox Ones, and we decided to get Taken King on Xbox One, check it out, see if we liked it, and we got addicted. After that, it was done. Not only that, I started playing PvP. First time ever I was really deep into PvP and started having fun with it. Started to learn some tactics and strategies and things like that, and I was like, wow, this can actually be enjoyable. Yeah, you'll get dumped on from time to time, but the more you play, the better you get. So I started having fun with that, and it was a really good time. And then leading up to the Rise of Iron, really there were three things that happened that kind of made me want to start a YouTube channel mostly focused on Destiny. The first one was Mr. Fruit's videos. I used to love going to watch Mr. Fruit's videos on all the different weapons in Destiny 1. It was so much fun for me and enjoyable, you know, a little 10 to 15 minute video, a little bit of gameplay, a little bit of humor and stuff like that. And it was really fun to watch. The other was I got carried to the lighthouse by Lucky and Buttwipe in Destiny 1, and it was a really great experience. Not only Lucky and Buttwipe being great guys, but the people that we played against actually kind of helped me get there. We had one team that had us down like 4-0 and then realized, hey, Lucky and Buttwipe are doing a carry, and they just backed out and let us get the win. So that was pretty awesome. And then the third and final thing is what King Gathalion and Professor Broman do every year with their Guardian Con, and the way a couple guys who were Destiny content creators just decided, you know what, we're going to start a charity, we're going to use our influence to do something good. And I was just really blown away by that, and I thought, you know, this is a community that I can really get into, you know, some great people. Of course, you run into the occasional toxic person here and there, but by and large, the Destiny community is a bunch of great people, and that's something that I wanted to be involved in. So basically what happened was we knew that Rise of Iron was coming up, and I said to Kobe, hey, you want to start a YouTube channel? And he said, how do you do that? And I said, I have absolutely no idea how to do anything YouTube related, but it seems like it could be a lot of fun, something that we could do together. So basically that day, I went over to Best Buy, bought an Elgato HD60, I got a Snowball USB mic, and have been pretty much using that setup along with an external USB hard drive for all the videos that you see on the channel. really simple, like free editing software. I don't even have Adobe or Vegas or anything. I don't have Premiere. I don't have Vegas. Nothing like that. Free editing software and a Elgato HD60, an external drive, and a USB microphone, and that's how all these things are done. So production value, low, but the cost to me to get this thing going is even lower, which is great because I've been able to have a lot of fun making these videos, and it really didn't cost me anything, but it was a pretty long learning process, I gotta admit. The first video that we did, I believe it took me 6 hours to edit, and it was terrible. It was bad, but I had to get it out of the way. I remember reading this book by Robert Rodriguez, the guy who directed like El Mariachi and Desperado and stuff like that, and he used to say everybody has like 10 bad movies in them, so the faster you can get those out of your system, the better. So I kind of figured that was the same thing with YouTube videos. I'm like, I'm gonna go along and make these YouTube videos, and I know they're gonna suck up front, and I'll just try and get better at it as I go along. And I think learning how to record and how to edit all this stuff and kind of teaching myself how to do all these things was really beneficial experience for me, because now I kind of have it down. I know exactly what I need to do in order to get a video out, and I've kind of settled on a format, at least for the weapon review stuff. You'll notice it's pretty much always the same, which is I do like 2 matches of Crucible, or I'll do a match of Crucible, a match of Gambit, something like that. But those first ones that you see are usually my first hands-on using the weapon. If not, I'll tell you, but typically it's like, okay, we're gonna start this thing fresh and see how does it feel right out of the box. And then afterwards there's a montage of me using the weapon, and part of that is due to the fact that I find it really difficult still after all these videos to talk and play video games at the same time. It's not as easy as you think, and if you see people that can do that all the time, like I really respect people like, of course, Mr. Fruit. I see Blessious do this all the time too, where he'll talk through an entire Crucible match and just not stop. There's always something rolling off the tip of the tongue. I pretty much have difficulty doing that, and even when I do come up with something to say, it's probably pretty stupid. But I put the montages in there originally because I'm like, you know, people are gonna think I'm even worse than I actually am at this game. If I put together a montage of me using this weapon, I can just play the game, focus on using the weapon, have a little bit of fun, and then add some music. And music has always been a really big part of my life, and so I had this idea at one point that the channel would get big enough and then we could actually crowdsource the music that gets used in these montages, which has happened in a couple occasions. It's been really cool to have somebody like a friend of foe say, hey, you can use our song in your video. And I did that on the No Calamity video way back when, if you want to check that out. But those guys are really cool, and appreciated them letting me use their music. But the idea was that eventually the channel gets big enough that it would be like a combination of video games and music, which I find a lot of musicians are gamers, or a lot of gamers are musicians, so I thought that was like a really good idea to kind of put those two things together. Hasn't panned out that way, but the channel's still relatively small. I still hold that seed of an idea in the back of my head, like someday it's gonna get there where this channel is gonna be a combination of video games and music, and we'll get there eventually. But that's kind of the genesis of the format for these videos, and why I always include montages and stuff like that is I feel like it's fun, I feel like I get a better chance to use the weapon without having to talk, and I really like music, and I like video games, so that's the way I do it, and you can't stop me. So other stuff about the channel, at this point we have almost 11,000 subscribers. We have pushing close towards 3 million views and like 13.5 million minutes of watch time on the channel, which I think is pretty amazing. I mean, when you break those numbers down, it's kind of mind-boggling for somebody sitting in their house putting together these little videos that so many people have watched them, enjoyed them, liked them, shared them, decided to subscribe to the channel, and it's still just very humbling to me. So once again, thank you. That's really cool. Other things about the channel, the audience is 99% male, 1% female. Ladies where you at? You need to represent. But one of the things that I think is really cool as far as the audience is the amount of different countries that have actually joined on the channel here. So of course United States is number one. That's where I'm from, and my broken slangy English is Americanized, so I can see why that would be. But we also have people from United Kingdom, Canada, Germany, Australia, Netherlands, Mexico, Japan, Brazil, France, Spain, Italy, Russia, Sweden, Finland, India, Norway, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, New Zealand, Hungary, Singapore, Poland, Malaysia, Portugal, Belgium, South Africa, Denmark, Indonesian, Australia. So that is really cool to know that these videos have been watched literally around the world. So thank you wherever you are for watching our videos, for having fun with us. Other stuff that you may find interesting, I guess, about me, Harpoon Maniac, which is my gamer tag. It's actually an anagram for my name, so if you can figure that out, congratulations, you win a prize, I guess. Like I said, I love music. My father's a musician. I've been around music my entire life. I have a bachelor's in engineering, a master's in business with a marketing concentration. I like doing jiu-jitsu, and I'm teaching myself Portuguese on Duolingo, so that's pretty cool too. Future of the channel is to continue to make more videos. We reviewed every rare, legendary, and exotic weapon in year one. Plan to keep doing that, so come back. Thanks for joining us. Love you all. Come on, let's hit 20,000 in the next year. Love you guys. Bye.